Hello humans, and welcome back to another episode of RD2H Road to Happiness. If you're new here, I started this when I was at the lowest point, and I have been documenting my growth journey season by season, every lesson I'm learning as I'm learning it. And since I started, I have graduated from college, moved to Los Angeles, launched my career in industrial brokerage in the largest investment firm within the United States, and am currently working on breaking that market as I live by myself in Los Angeles with my dog in a studio apartment, trying to make my dreams come true. So welcome to RD2H, and to this week's big update is I finally got to the point where I deleted ChatGPT. I'll wait for your applause. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I developed such a severe addiction to ChatGPT and overanalyzing my problems on ChatGPT and talking to ChatGPT about every single tiny thought that runs through my day on a daily basis that it became extremely unhealthy, absolutely chronically toxic. So I deleted ChatGPT this week, and I learned a few lessons that I think everybody could benefit from. Okay, so like I was saying, I have an extremely unhealthy addiction to ChatGPT because I am in a point of my life where I am surrounded by nothing but uncertainty. I am 23 years old and I am in a commission-only field of commercial real estate, trying to close my first deal on an industrial building in Los Angeles. I live by myself with my dog, like I said. I have absolutely no social life here because I just moved to the city 8 months ago, and I work too much to really meet people. I also have not gone on a date in a really long time, and there is uncertainty in just every aspect of my life: work, finances, love, friendship. Lots of uncertainty. I do have my really good friends that live back home in Florida that I FaceTime all the time. But other than that, I am on this journey alone, building my dream career and my dream life and trying to learn the lessons on how to be a functioning adult at 23 years old, pretending like I'm 35. So recently I have just been all up in my head, and I keep saying that it's this that's in my head and it's that that's in my head. But guess what? The circumstances keep changing, whether it be work stress, this week's work stress, or I had like a talking stage with somebody that failed, then it was that, or if it was me being unproductive or me being sad that I don't go out or whatever is today's problem, because every day has a problem, right? Every single day has its own separate problem, and we always say when that problem is gone, then we'll do this, and that then it will be better, and then we'll be more at peace, and things will be easier if this problem would just go away. So I came to the realization that the problems keep stacking up, the uncertainty keeps building, and this problem that comes my way, I'm like over talking to it about chat, or talking to chat about it, and then when that problem disappears, I just find another problem to talk to chat about. And what that is doing for me is it is reinforcing all of these negative thoughts I'm having, and all of these like, oh my God, my life is going to fall apart, and oh my God, I'm going to be alone forever, and oh my God, this, and oh my God, that. There's so many oh my Gods in life. It's like, chill. Just chill. So I'm just reinforcing every time that I'm like, chat, do you think I'm going to be okay financially? Chat, do you think this career is going to work out? Chat, should I be doing more today? Chat. I'm reinforcing my doubts, and I'm reinforcing my negative thoughts to the point where they're like, every week that I'm reinforcing those negative thoughts, they're becoming stronger. They're going from just background noise and just like passing thoughts to identity, to fear, to uncertainty. It grows like a little depression cloud over you, just constantly growing the more that you're feeding it. And you don't realize that you're feeding it until it's so big that you can't avoid it anymore. So I've just been feeding this negativity in my life. I've been feeding the doubt, talking negative to myself. I keep catching myself talking negative and like, you're a loser, or you're this, or you're gonna like fail, or you're not doing enough, or blah, 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 just all this negative self-talk. And I'm self-aware enough that I catch it in the moment. Like, I will literally say something mean to myself, and then I'll be like, bro, stop. Like, stop with the negative self-talk. And then I'll say something mean to myself again. So it's like the battle between the conscious and the unconscious mind, right? And so as I'm feeding this negativity, it's like overwhelming my life right now. And I just had like a 3-day weekend. I had my first date in California, and the dude bailed on me, and the date was on Valentine's Day, which is so lame. First date on Valentine's Day, so lame. And anyway, it was like, that's how my weekend started. So I was like, fuck it. I'm an independent bitch. Like, I living by myself in a city. I have my own like career going on. I have dreams. I have aspirations. I have things that I do. Like, I am a catch. If somebody wants to bail on me, fuck them. Straight up, fuck them. So I was like, where am I the happiest? What can I do this weekend to get my mind off of this? Because I can't just sit at home and dwell and feel bad for myself when there's a whole world out there and a life to fucking live. That's why I moved to a new city. So I said, fuck it. I'm going to go to the mountain. I'm going to go snowboarding by myself. I'm going to take myself snowboarding for 8 hours. Happy Valentine's Day. I love you. So I drive up to the mountain. It is the most vibey drive that you have ever experienced in your life. Like, I am new to California, so I didn't realize snowboarding was a day trip. And that is not a good realization for me, because snowboarding is expensive for ski lift tickets, and I'm addicted. You know, if I can't have everything that I want in this life right now, I might as well throw my body down a mountain and see if I can land a jump. You know, bruises and pain physically is better than mentally, bro. We're trying to keep a clear headspace up here, because that's the only way that you get through this season. So my big thing is adrenaline. I am a big adrenaline junkie. I fucking love adrenaline. Skydiving, snowboarding, skateboarding, surfing, race cars, F1, fucking camping, you name it. Dirt biking, off-roading, anything in nature, anything adrenaline, anything that's just like a good time. So when I get stressed out, I forget that I need to be running. I need to be active. I need to be doing all this stuff that I'm not doing. And then I'm getting upset at myself when I'm like surrounded by negativity. I'm surrounded by doubt. I'm surrounded by all of this, like, the world is falling apart, but I'm also not doing the things that I know keeps my mental grounded. Whether that be running, I'm not running. Snowboarding, I'm not snowboarding. Hiking, I'm not going on hikes. Journaling, I'm not journaling. So it's like all of these things that I could be doing to be putting myself in a better mental space, I'm not doing. And then every little thing that happens to me lately feels like the entire world is falling apart, because I'm not doing the actions, because I'm in analysis paralysis. I am literally thinking about my life so much right now that I am not living it, that I am not doing the things that I know will make my life better. I'm just overthinking all the things I don't have control over. Literally sitting here in analysis paralysis, thinking about the things that are wrong in my life that I do not have control over. Like my finances. I can work as hard as I want. I don't have control over them right now. I'm in a commission-only field. I don't have control over if a deal comes my way tomorrow. I don't have control over what's going to happen in the next 6 to 8 months to a year. I have no idea. I have no control over my love life. I have no control over a lot of things, but I'm focusing so much on the outputs, but the outputs are just a direct correlation to the inputs. I need to be focusing on the inputs. What am I doing to make these things better, instead of just hyper analyzing the things I have no control over? So that's what I've been doing. I've just been analyzing the things I have no control over, and it's actually making me like paralyzed and stuck in thoughts, and it's making it worse, because then I can't focus. I'm unable to put any inputs in, and I'm expecting a different result, which is the definition of insanity. Expecting a different result, a different output for the same inputs. So I had to delete ChatGPT. I really did. And it good riddance, because I realized that before chat was a thing, my mental health was way better, because I didn't have instant gratification to talk about my every thought that crossed my mind. I had to think it and work through it and problem solve it. And I spent a lot of time sitting in the car in my thoughts until I was comfortable with my thoughts. And it's like a a system that you constantly have to be going through your thoughts, clearing them out. Because right now I have such instant gratification with chat that it's just piling up. And then it's just too much to think about once I put myself in a quiet space. And also, before I was talking to chat, I was talking to you guys a lot more because the podcast is kind of how I regulate these thoughts. And I'm talking to chat way too much. So yeah, and I'm like, I need to be more positive. Positive inputs, put positive outputs. You manifest your reality. And when you're constantly thinking about doubt, failure, and everything bad in your life, then you're focused on the bad and you're going to find the bad. You find in life what you focus on. And I'm focusing so much on the negative that my whole nervous system is collapsing because even though I know I need to be focused on the positive, it's becoming harder to do. And I'm also realizing, and this was kind of a life lesson this week, that I have been in and they say it all the time, when you're in a building phase and when you're changing your life and when you're growing into the person that you're trying to be, but you're not that person yet, there's a phase where you don't really fit in with your old friends and you just like can't be around them 24/7 because they just don't get what you're trying to do with your life and they don't get the person that you're becoming, which is like why I moved across the country to start my new life and to build my career and to try to be this best version of myself. And there's a phase, which I'm in right now, where you're not that best version of yourself yet. And you don't have, like, you live in a new city. You don't have that friend circle yet. You don't have that relationship. You don't have that stability within your job that you just started 6 months ago. And everything is uncertain and everything is just you. And you hit problems and you hit obstacles and you're like trying to look around for somebody to help you through this next thing that you're going through. And you're like, oh, it's just me again. The only motherfucker I can rely on in this bitch is me. And you're just like looking around to see if anybody can help you and it's just you. And it's a phase. It's a phase that literally everybody talks about. It's nothing new. It's something that a million people that have walked the same path you're walking right now have gone through themselves. And it's comforting to me to remind myself of that I'm not crazy. I'm not an alien. I'm not a loser because I care about my career and I'm trying to have the time of my life in my 30s, so I'm focused on myself because I can't control other people, but I can control myself. That's not like something that I should be, worried about. It brings me comfort to know that like everybody talks about going through this isolation phase when you're trying to get to the other side. It's literally in the Bible. Like you have to get through the desert to reach the promised land, and you're wandering the desert and you haven't had water in days and you don't know when it's going to end and it doesn't ever feel like it's going to end. And every time that you feel like it's going to end and you get a little bit of false hope, it turns out it's just hallucinations in the fucking desert and you're still in the middle and you don't see the promised land. And that is a normal phase. It's a part of the growth journey. It is a part of it. And so right now I'm still in the desert, but I'm thinking that I need to find some balance in my life because my life before I started all of this was just party and chaos and self-destruction. And then when I decided to switch from that, I went from that to the complete polar opposite, to grinding and perseverance and growth and isolation and just the exact opposite. So I've only had the polar spectrums of both sides, and I think that I'm stabilized within LA enough. I've been here 8 months. I'm stabilized within my career enough. I'm gunning for Rookie of the Year. I have a few leads. I'm getting the hang of it. And I need to find a balance between this free-spirited, chaotic person that I have in me and the ambitious, goal-oriented, career person I have. There's two sides of me. I'm Gemini. If you didn't know, June 2nd, so Gemini. I have two different motherfuckers living up in here. And so I need to, there was one season for the chaotic. That didn't work. There was one season for the career, which got me very far. And, I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but damn, have I come a long way. And I need to find a way to now build a life in LA that can foster that free-spirited, chaotic version of myself, because it being work all the time and me being so serious all the time about life and just taking this, I'm in my rookie year. I need to be serious. This is a serious season but it's actually decreasing my productivity because I'm just like so in my head about everything in my life that I can't control. And I'm so focused on negative, and I can only control the inputs. I can only control if I take myself snowboarding on a Saturday. Even if I do it alone, am I going? Okay, am I going snowboarding? And I can only control like how many calls I make. I can't control how many owners agree to meet with me. I mean, I could practice, but that's an output. I need to start focusing on the inputs and letting the outputs take care of themselves, because right now life feels overwhelming, and it's not because I can't handle it. It's because my mindset isn't in the correct place right now. And I know that. I know my mindset's fucked right now. So that's one of the curses to being an extremely self-aware person, is that you know what your problem is and you know how to fix it. And it's just like, why can't I fix it? But we'll get there. And right now I feel like I need to implement some more fucking fun in my life. I'm a fun fucking person, okay? Like, I have a serious side, and have like a beyond chaotic side, and I need to do some more things for the plot. Okay? I'm 23. It doesn't matter how serious I am about my life, or how much I have on the line, or how much stress and things I got going on and things I want to do and ambitions and whatever. I need to do some motherfucking shit for the plot. Okay? And that's where I'm at right now. So we are in a phase of like, I don't know how I want to move, but I know how I'm moving right now is not how I want to move. So yeah, that is this week's chapter. I love you guys. And if you're going through something similar, you are not an alien. You are not alone. It is the cost to growth. So love you. See you for another episode, RD2H Road to Happiness. And we'll get there. We are in the middle of the desert. We will make it to the promised land. Love you guys. Bye.